Media Sports slash Hip Hop is one of Mr. Sly Media right here. Told y'all I was gonna be more relevant on this channel. I'm back again to talk about the Drake versus Kendrick Lamar beef. Wow, this beef has been heating up pretty much all last weekend and all. Like I said, on this Tuesday, I decided to talk about it, speak on it, talk about the beef. Oh man, this beef, like I said, it started with, like I said, when Kendrick first took the first shot and like that in that song. So then, like I said, Drake did his response and all and everything. So, man, this beat, I mean, I don't know. They both went neck and neck. They both went so hard in their own way. I know people that's lyrical gonna say Kendrick got it. Kendrick won. People just like rap, like music of it, just with the songs and commercial music. Gonna say Drake won it. I said I don't know. To me, lyric wise, talking about battle rapping wise, I think Kendrick probably got him with just lyrically like rapping wise. Kendrick probably got it and all that. But Drake went in his own right as well. So to me, I'm kind of like, cause like what I'm saying. I just it's hard to say, but I go with Kendrick by this a little bit much. Kendrick. I know a lot of people commercial are saying Drake and all that, but I say Kendrick got it. I say Kendrick got it, but it was a lot of diss records. Hold on, let me tell you all like the diss records between the two, cause that's the only way what I'm saying. It's so many of them. That's the only way I can explain it. Let me just type this in right quick, y'all. I even talk about other news that's happened with Drake as well and all that. They even got it on Wikipedia. Okay. So yeah, this is all the diss records. All right. Drake. So Kendrick Lamar started with like that. Then he hit with him with Euphoria. That was the warm up one with that verse. Then he kills him in 616 in L.A. Then he do Meet the Grams and all. Then Not Like Us with the West Coast bop feel toward the Not Like Us. So that I think the best one out of all of these records he had to me, in my opinion, probably is Meet the Grams. I probably say Meet the Grams, the one he talked about Drake about him being a father, about like not owning up to about having a kid and not claiming who he messed with, who his baby mom was. Everybody knows baby mom was a porn star, so he didn't own up to that. So I think the Meet the Grams was probably I think Kendrick's best one. That's probably the one everybody say Kendrick Kendrick got him on because then after that he dropped Not Like Us too, Not Like Us as well. So Kendrick came with it and all that. So it's good to see also Kendrick rapping. So this one I'm gonna go to Drake and talk about stuff that Drake mentioned where I'm like, okay, this how Drake kind of helped Kendrick out in this, get him back in the limelight again. So Drake first started with push ups. Is when he kind of seemingly responded just a few people and all that with Kendrick. Then he did a tailor made freestyle. Then tailor made freestyle as well, where he did like the Tupac reference and everything. Had the AI thing of Tupac and Snoop Dogg talking to him. He had that. Then Buried Live Interlude Part Two. Then he did Family Matters, which I thought was probably his best one, the Family Matters joint, where he even mentions about, oh yeah, because of me, talks about Dave Freeze, one of Kendrick's managers saying, oh, that might be the father of your kid. He's really going with that scenario, keeps on putting up that narrative out that might be the father of your kid and all that. Like also Kendrick putting out the narrative, oh, that Drake is a pedophile because of him hugging one of like this young girl and everything, putting out that narrative about that because of saying like rumors about that, saying because about Drake being kind of like a Diddy almost. Kendrick putting that part out, so they both had their own narrative out there putting. Like Kendrick's putting out Drake is a pedophile, that's like main one, and Drake's putting out, oh, that's not, Kendrick is like a secret like a abuser. He abuses his wife. He even makes the line that said, oh, I call it I know you call it self defense when your when your wife hits you because she bigger than you and all. But he's putting out there that, oh, that might not be even them might not be your kids. You might be fathering somebody else's kid. So and all. But I think the best joint was Drake with Family because he mentions all that in Family Matters. He also says, oh, I'm glad I got you back rapping because, we haven't heard from Drake in a minute and all. So this all could be a good calculated move by Kendrick as well because this got Kendrick back rapping as well. So I pretty much name all the beats, all the diss records for the songs and all they had together. I mean, not the songs they had together, but the beef of how it started with the first song when Kendrick threw shots at them, and then how the beef going back and forth. But this beef, like I said, it's something. It's kind of like our version of Jay Z and Nas. That's how I feel like. That's what I feel about this beef. It's like Drake is more like Jay Z. I say Kendrick more like Nas. Drake commercially is a more successful rapper. We all know this. Drake is Drake. No matter you get him on a song, Drake kills it. And Kendrick's more like Nas. He's low key. He's just straight lyricist, will murder you on a song, but he's not really, like I said, commercially like that, because Kendrick's not on everybody's songs like that. Kendrick's not on the radio like that either or anything. So most definitely, like, this beef kind of reminds me that this is like my generation Jay Z versus Nas, what I'm looking at right now. So, man, like, like I said, this beef's very interesting, very entertaining. Like I said, I give it to Kendrick on this one and all that, but Drake held his own as well. And all, but like I said, I feel like that's it. I don't think there's gonna be no more diss records. Even the last one, the Heart Matters. I think like Drake, people felt like Drake wasn't really dissing Kendrick. He was trying to defend himself of being like a pedophile and all that, because Kendrick keeps putting out that narrative and all everything. So like I said, they never have been friends and all that. Like even if they was, of course they're not now, but some they never have been friends. They did that one song together, Poetic Justice, kind of like when they both were kind of coming to their own. Everybody knows about that song, Poetic Justice. So which is a classic song still, by the way. You might hear differently now listening to it because they probably won't ever collaborate again. But man, and all that. And I feel like with Drake, with his record, when Family Matters, Drake actually kind of came in everybody. He just didn't come in because he came in Rick Ross and all that. I think a funny line he says about Ross said, "Ricky, can you read him my Miranda rights and all that?" Of course, everybody knows Ross used to be a correctional officer, so of course, like Drake had to put that out there. But like I said, Drake, had everybody come in. He said he felt like he was Ja Rule. Like somebody said, Ja Rule ran so something like Ja Rule ran so Drake could walk and everything. So Drake pretty much dealt with that. Because remember when Ja Rule was going at 50 Cent, it was not only 50 Cent coming up. He had Eminem, D12, Busta Rhymes, DMX was coming at him, and G Unit. And then Ja Rule just had him. And everybody knows Murder Inc. besides him and Ashanti, there were no other really like big artists on that label besides Ashanti. That's it. So, so that's kind of what Drake is doing right now. Because like Game even said in an interview, where Drake is at right now, that's where Ja Rule was. People forget that. That's how big Ja Rule was. But like I said, Drake held his own. Of course, Drake will not fall off, anything like that. I don't believe that at all. Drake is not falling off anytime. Drake gonna still have hit records, good music, and all that. So Drake gonna be good and everything. But like I said, very interesting beat, very entertaining for rap music and all that. But it's like really seeing that they really have beef and rivals and all that. And even like Marcellus Wallace, who's a former football player, he's played for the Buffalo Bills and the San Diego Chargers as well. Well, now the LA Chargers, back then was San Diego Chargers. He even talked about on Vlad TV about when Drake did an interview with Sports Nation. Back when Drake hosted the ESPY, I think that was like 8-9 years ago or so like that. I remember when I think it was like 2015, 2016, something like that. He even talked about in the interview with Sports Nation, Drake kind of threw a diss at Kendrick and all that. But he didn't want him to get back out and all that because at that day they previously recorded. That was a pre-recorded video and all that. Was recorded live. It was pre-recorded and all that. And like Drake didn't want it. When Drake was saying stuff about Kendrick and all that, and they had beef back then, Drake didn't want that out because at first like they was Marcellus Wiley and Max Kellerman, they wanted it out. They first was like, oh yeah, they was excited. They wanted to get put out and all that because they feel like it would be shock value, for the show and everything for Sports Nation. But Drake's team said no because he said if it gets out, he wasn't gonna do the ESPY. So he pulled that card, so they couldn't put it out. So even back then, 8 years ago, they been had beef and rivalry with him and Kendrick. So like I said, it makes sense. It's understandable. Like I said, they both competitive rappers, competitive sport like basketball. It's like basketball, football. I want to be better. You don't want to be great. So it's like, hey, yeah, I don't like you and nothing like that. I want your spot and all. So that's how it goes. So, man, like I said, this beef is very interesting. I feel like it's died down now because a lot of actually other stuff has happened just recently. Drake's OVO restaurant had just got spray painted with the logo for like Kendrick's last diss record, Not Like Us. Somebody spray painted that on the restaurant. So that another sad situation. Of course, this guy lived. One of Drake's security guards got shot at his mansion in Toronto. One of his security guards got shot in the chest, was sent to the hospital immediately and all that. Like he will recover and be good, but he got shot in the chest. And so that's kind of making, the beef. That's why I feel like this beef definitely is probably going to die down after that. and everything when people, is getting crazy now with people spray painting, his Drake's restaurant, Drake's house getting shot at, so and all that. So yeah, it's probably this beef probably is gonna calm down. But I think Boosie said it best, like saying this rap is cool and everybody likes the rap beef, but like when this comes to the other people, it don't be the rappers going at, but people in the circle where it's like that team, you got that boy beefing with that person, that man beefing with that man. It's like the entourage beefs with each other when they see each other. You know, that's what everybody doesn't like about the entourage. The artists got beef, but usually people that get hurt or people get shot at are people that are part of like the entourage and all that are casualties. So that was a true statement by Boosie. That's understandable why he said like that rap beef ain't interesting because sometimes, like I said, it get real when the entourage is they the ones that get hurt and all that and everything when they getting shot at, as you kind of can clearly see and all that with the security guard getting shot. So that's why I feel like this beef has probably died down now. It's not going, I feel like ain't gonna be probably no more diss records. I don't think kids are gonna respond to Drake and all that. And with Drake doing the part, I keep on forgetting the name of it again, with the Heart Part 6. So I don't think Kendrick's gonna respond to that. So I feel like this beef is died down, especially with everything just happened. I think they just keep it, like I said, on wax in the music and all that and everything. They might throw a little heat there, shots at each other on songs or something like that with other artists they do collaborate with, but I feel like this beef and them going diss records gonna be pretty much done for and all that. But it was something interesting, something to talk about because we ain't had rap beef like this in a minute and all. And of course, we all seen how rap beef can get very dangerous, like what happened with Young Dolph and Yo Gotti and all that. Of course, it didn't get to disrespectful like that because with that situation, cause that Dolph without Dolph whole Gotti record, like that's still to me next to Gucci Mane and Truth. That's one of the hardest diss records to me ever. Maybe I'm saying it because I'm from the South, but to me, that's one of the hardest diss records ever. So, and we all know R.I.P. what happened that's with R.I.P. to Dolph or R.I.P. Yo Gotti's brother as well. What happened with him? So, I most definitely say, yeah, man. Like, shoot, like they'll keep it on wax. I think and since it's gotten kind of real and all that with having Drake's restaurant and the shooting, I'm like, yeah, I feel like they're gonna probably die down with it and just not say nothing about each other. They might throw subliminals at each other on songs or something like that. That's it. No diss records. So no more. But like I said, it's very interesting, very fun, very entertaining. Like I said, I like rap. I like competitiveness. Like I like basketball, watching these playoffs and all that. I love competitiveness like this. So I was definitely, like I said, enjoying myself this weekend listening to all these diss records. So it took me a while to do all the videos because I wanted to, when I did the video on this, I wanted to make sure I got all the diss records, all the songs, everything all in one. So make sure for sure, like, when like I got all the songs and when it was done to reach the verdict of who I think won and how like each one of them how they did their own thing on the song. So I said I give it to Kendrick by this much. I give it to Kendrick a win the beef. But like I said, Drake held his own and all that, and I believe none of them will fall off or anything like that. Drake gonna continue being one of our goats in the music industry, and Kendrick Lamar is gonna continue to be the lyrical assassin that he is. So. Like I always say, if you like the content, please don't hesitate to hit that like, subscribe button, comment as well if you like the video as well. This is Sly Media Sports / Hip Hop, which one of them is Sly Media right here. Stay tuned. Anything big in music, I'll do a review on. I don't know if anybody's album or anything is coming out. I know the NBA playoffs are going on. I'm not gonna do like I used to do when I first started. I just do the reaction to every playoff game or anything like that. I might do something after the NBA Finals happens, and I might do something about that. That's about it, Anything when it comes to basketball, like I said, if you didn't catch my video on NFL Draft, catch my video on that. I did a review on the NFL Draft, what I did and what I didn't like on NFL Draft. So y'all watch that video. And like I said, anything coming big out of music, anybody's rap album that's coming out, I'm definitely gonna do a review on that. So check me out for anything like that that's coming. But like I said, watch my NFL Draft video I just did last week. So check me out for that. Like I said, y'all be blessed. Have a beautiful Tuesday. I'm out. This is one on the Sly Media.